Hi students, today I am going to teach you Toni Morrison. And yes, Toni Morrison, a great novelist in the history of African American literature. Indeed, her single accomplishment as a writer is that she has actually managed to invent her own mode of literary representation. The burdens of history, the determining social effects of race, gender, or class, but they are also the great themes of lyrical modernism, like love, death, betrayal, like love, death, betrayal, and the burden of the individual's responsibility for her or his own fate. While she is clearly influenced by the important term, while she is clearly influenced by the magic realism of whom? Of Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Gabriel Garcia Marquez and his Latin American contemporaries, Morrison and Marquez. Morrison and Marquez meet independently in a common ancestor, that is William Faulkner. Grounded in Faulkner and informed by James Baldwin's densely lyrical experiments with a fictional prose, rooted in the religious vernacular, as well as jazz, blues, and the whole range of the black secular vernacular speech, rituals, and discourses. Morrison has evolved a register of representation that we might think of as a magical naturalism. Her work in this sense spans that great divide between the lyrical modernism of Zora Neale Hudson. पूरा नाम है Zora Neale Hudson, Hurson, on the one hand, and the existential को हिंदी में कहते हैं अस्तित्ववाद, and the existential naturalist experimentation of Richard Wright on the other. Now we will study something about Toni Morrison. This was just a brief introduction about Toni Morrison. Yes, Toni Morrison was born Chloe Anthony Wofford on 18th February 1931. 18th February 1931 in a very small town of Lorraine that is in Ohio, the daughter of George and Rama Willis Wofford. Her maternal grandparents had left Alabama and traveled to Ohio. They traveled to Ohio in search of some better educational opportunities and prospects for her children. Toni's father, who was a Georgian by birth, had also fled the state's hostile racial climate and settled in Ohio. And the second of 4 children, Toni grew up in an atmosphere of Lorraine during the Great Depression of the 1930s.